Just recently, an American and Chinese warship almost collided in the South China Sea. Now, many Weibo users wondered how two giant metal ships can accidentally almost collide in the middle of the ocean. And shortly after the incident, CS Monitor ran a story that was picked up on Weibo and talked about why China forced the confrontation with the U.S. Navy at sea. According to the article, the USS Cowpens was lawfully operating in waters near the South China Sea when it encountered the Chinese carrier. The article quotes one unnamed Navy officer as saying that the Chinese were making it clear that if the U.S. wants to operate in the area, then they should be prepared to operate under high tension, and that the incident was a deliberate effort to intimidate. The article goes on to say that the Chinese are now trying to establish a much greater presence in the Western Pacific, and that they want to convey to other countries that they are there, they're operating, and others need to abide by their desires. Now, as for Chinese Weibo users, most people seem to believe that the South China Sea and the East China Sea, as well as the Pacific Ocean close to China, are within China's sphere of influence, and that for America to send their warships so far from American coastline indicates that America is being the one who is overstepping the line. And now let's take a look at some of their comments.
America's interest in Asia is the same as it has always been with imperialist empires. They want money. Everything they do is to enrich themselves and their government. Even when you drive, you know that you should be careful. This is not China intimidating the U.S. Navy, since we are simply going about our business on our front steps. American warships were provoking us with them loitering around so close to our home. America thinks the whole world is within their sphere of influence. They need to learn to show others respect if they want to continue to lead the world into the new century. America will not leave Asia alone. America speaks of peace, but what they want to see is war in Asia. That way they can keep their dominant position. Objectively speaking, currently no one has the power to ask America to leave the Western Pacific Ocean, but I think we need to make it clear that we don't want American warships so close to our home. How would they feel if we constantly ran our warships up their coastlines? They need to learn to think in other people's shoes.
Now, the Chinese press has been rather quiet about the story. Now, it has been reported, but there's not a lot of follow-up stories or special reports and programs that delve into the incident. According to China's Xinhua Net, the website of Xinhua News, a state-run media outlet, it is very common for naval fleets to travel close by to each other. They describe the incident as one where the American ship just happened to be moving at a speed and direction that would have caused a collision with a Chinese vessel going at a perpendicular angle. However, the Chinese article points out that the American ship had entered within the Chinese fleet's inner defensive zone, and that the American Navy consistently uses surveillance as a pretense to move their warships outside of China's front door.